Hi, it's Tara Green. This is August the 18th. It is the Leo new moon, dark moon. The Leo new moon is exact at 26 plus degrees of Leo on August the 18th at 7:41 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. That is also 10:41 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and August the 19th at 2:41 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So on the top here, showing the aspects for the new moon and into the 19th. So it's a hot mess of a new moon. Okay, now the first aspects, of course, the new moon is when the sun and the moon are together. They're in union. It's the time of the month to withdraw for women. They would traditionally be bleeding on the new moons, and they would withdraw to the red tents or the moon lodge or the yurts or caves. And so the sun and the moon are conjunct the fixed star Regulus. That's the Archangel Raphael, who works with the heart. Leo is known for strength, for courage, for daring, for strong will. And it's also conjunct Mercury. So there was that Cazimi of Mercury and the sun yesterday. That energy is still there with Mercury. You can see very close to the sun and the moon. Now, there is a very big, hot fire trine between the sun, moon, Mercury, and Lilith at 22 degrees Aries. You know, she is the original woman, the rejected, dark feminine, very sexual, very intense energy, conjunct Eris, the Disturbia queen, and Mars in Aries. Now, Mars rules Aries, so Mars is very strong. The sun rules Leo. All of those quote-unquote planets are in their own homes, very powerful, very, very strong. So it's extremely hot. They were seeing record heat waves in California and things like that. And those planets all trine the South Node. And the South Node is at a very, very, very potent place, which is at 27 degrees, 26 minutes Sagittarius. That is exactly conjunct the galactic center, that big, beautiful black hole that everybody was all fascinated with, the center of our galaxy. Now, it is a very powerful frequency generator. The Mayans considered it to be the wormhole, the cosmic yoni or womb where all souls entered and departed from. So it's extremely powerful. Anybody who has planets connected to that are able to really access that energy. It's huge, it's cosmic. So definitely on a new moon, which is a time to turn within, even in Leo, you're backstage, not on the front, and really get galactic. Go galactic for sure. Very powerful. If you feel your heart pumping, that's a sign that you are really connected to the galactic center. So ask the higher master teachers that emanate from that place to come and work with you and to give you courage, strength, and fortitude and all of that. And to, you know, if you need to avenge the dark feminine, definitely do that. Okay? And women and men need to do that. Now, there is 6 quincunxes or inconjuncts on this day. And inconjuncts are when planets are at 150 degree angles. They are in totally different signs and elements. Therefore, they do not read each other. They do not hear each other, understand each other. They literally do not see each other, and they are in blind spots. Okay, so that's 6 blind spots. And speaking of 6, there are still 6 major planets retrograde. Okay, that's Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and what else? There should be one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one more there. Chiron. Okay, call Chiron a planet too. Okay, there's something else. I know there's something else. Anyway, the quincunxes. So very complicated here. So you can see Mercury is in conjunct Saturn. So the communications with the commanding office, let's put it that way, is not registering. You don't get the message right. It's kind of like another variation on Mercury retrograde. The moon in conjunct Jupiter in Capricorn. So again, we can't feel, see, sense the big picture. Moon also in conjunct Neptune and Pisces, the fog master, so even more your heart and your spirit or your soul not connected. Leo moon also in conjunct Pluto and Capricorn, again, the big wealth, the power, and your own willpower are somehow disconnected. The moon in conjuncts Saturn in Capricorn, and so that also, makes for this groundedness, and their heart and the will and the body are just not together. So you may be feeling really tired. The sun in conjunct Saturn, so that's really the most powerful one. So again, Saturn in Capricorn, Sun in Leo, the two commanding officers, the big officer and the littler officer, not hearing each other's orders. And so from the top down, the Sun in Leo, the pride, the source, the will, not listening, the body, the little organization that's trying to control everything and be in command and run reality. That's not really what's going on. So the sun is the source, the stars, reach for the stars, I would say, with this big trine. There's a lot of teeth gnashing with Mars, Lilith, Eris. There's a lot of revenge energy going on there from the big powers that be. So, we can see the big backlash, we can feel it. The fire trine will light us up, give us a lot of passion. The moon then trines Mars. Venus in Cancer opposes Athena, the warrior goddess there. And they make a square to, again, Chiron and Aries, the wounded healer. Venus in Cancer, so there's love wounds. People are feeling vulnerable, defensive, and then angry. Venus in Cancer just wants to nurture everybody. That's the big mom aspect. Sextiles Uranus and Taurus, so your taste may be changing big time. Your taste in food and home decoration and values and what you're interested in. Taurus is usually very stable, but suddenly we're all on the internet working through Zoom. That's totally Uranus and Taurus, very literally as well. So we're all working from home and very happy with it. That's a good positive aspect. What else have we got going on there? Yes, I think we got it all. Later, the moon will conjunct Mercury in Leo. That's only in Pacific Daylight Time, and then at 10:38 p.m. Pacific Time, the moon goes void, of course. So that's a lot. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is there was also a cardinal T-square between Juno, the symbol of feminine genius, at 20 degrees of Libra. That's right on my Neptune-Venus, by the way. Squaring Jupiter and Pluto and Saturn, and opposing Lilith, Eris, and Mars again. So the counterbalance to all of this energy is the goddess, the feminine goddess, the 8-directional, omnipresent, genius, multitasking goddess here who sees and seeks peace from all directions. So that's a really good thing. Now, Juno and Neptune, though, are both at 20 degrees and in conjunct each other. If you have any planets at 20 degrees of Taurus, that makes for a finger of God to Juno, so you might want to really helpfully tune in there. What else have we missed here? Ceres, the Great Mother, she's at 7 degrees of Pisces. She's trining Venus in Cancer, which is, again, that sense of nurturing through spirit. I would strongly recommend, the card of the day I picked was the Hermit in the Tarot, the Muse Tarot, and that's the number 9. That's a completion. That's an ending. That's getting grounded, staying as grounded as you can. But it feels to me like the earth is shaking very literally. I'm just literally tuning into that now. So that may be an earthquake, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually coming. So stay strong in your heart. Leo gives us courage, gives us daring, gives us pride, gives us willpower, okay, to carry on. But the new moon is in effect for 3 days. So while the moon is invisible, the darkest, most mysterious time of the month, go within, okay? The moon will enter Virgo on the 19th at 1:20 a.m. Pacific Daylight, 4:20 a.m. Eastern Daylight, and 8:20 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So definitely Mercury also enters Virgo tomorrow. So Mercury's it's going to be at its last, most powerful degrees, 29th, 30th degree of Leo. So the message should be very strong to listen to our hearts as well. And then when Mercury enters its home sign, joins the club of, rulership, in its own rulership, along with Saturn and Neptune. So I want to wish you all the best. Please follow me here. It's a longer video here. Follow me here or subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm going to figure out how to put an end card in. Please follow me on my blog at infinitynow.wordpress.com. I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram, and best blessings. Roar like a lion.